Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video we're going to be talking about budget knives, and I want to say this: they are not all created equally. So let's get to the video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dale and I'll be your host here on Heartland Makes and Outdoors. In today's video, this is going to be really quick, guys, because I'm trying to get out and go do some kayak fly fishing for bass. It's fall weather and there's the bites starting to happen here in East Texas. So again, I'm not going to rush through this video, but I've struggled with making this video. 4 years ago I made a video, and this knife is made by a company called CKF knives. I made that video. This is one of their cheaper knives. It actually looks pretty cool, and I think on eBay, because these are sold as seconds, this knife was $35 or $40. And I was so proud of the video. And guys, back then I was still learning and didn't know for sure what I was doing, but still I was proud of the video. I sent it to the company. I was like, hey, check out this video I made on using one of your knives. They replied back really politely and said, hey, we enjoyed the video. If you really want a better knife, check out one of our D2 steel knives, because they're a little bit sharper, better steel, blah blah blah. And I thought to myself, okay, I'll do that. So what happened is basically a year later, I go ahead and I get on eBay and I find their D2 steel knife. And again, it was the same style, kind of a bushcraft style knife that I figure, hey, it would be fun for deer camp, have around camp, and then also use it as a hunting knife as well. So fast forward another year, this past year I got a deer with my bow, and it's an Al Kimry custom longbow. Shout out to Al Kimry if you're watching this. I love that bow, and I know it's one of the favoriteest that he's ever made too, because we talk about it pretty regular. He didn't want to sell it, but by the grace of the good Lord up above, we was able to work something out, and that bow's mine, and it is an amazing bow. Again, back to the knife, and here's where I struggled, guys. I got my deer, got him down, tracked him. He ran less than 40 yards. And I always field dress my deer out in the field. I'll drag them away from where I'm actually hunting, but I don't want to carry all that extra weight, especially when I'm hunting public land and I'm going to be hiking more than a mile and a half back to camp. So I get out the D2 steel knife made by CKF, 3-wax in a baton in this knife on his pelvic bone, because to me that's the best way to field dress the deer, clean it all out. Not partial. I want it all cleaned out. So I baton the pelvic bones. That way I've got a nice wide gap to get everything out. And 3-wax in and the knife broke. Here's where I'm saying not all budget knives are equal, guys. Because here's what happened. I spent upwards of $50 for this knife, D2 steel, and it's broke. I didn't even get done field dressing the deer. Now, back up. 30 years ago, I got this knife as a gift. It's made by Anza. I have bought several of these and given them away to other hunters and people that I've introduced to the sport of hunting, because this is one of the best knives out there in my mind. I don't think you can beat it for a hunting knife or an all-around knife. For about $90, you can buy an Anza knife. These things are razor sharp, they'll keep an edge, and they're made tough as nails. They're made out of files, and I'm telling you guys, I've batoned this thing so much, and I'm going to show you the back of this knife. This knife has been through a lot of abuse. It's probably field dressed a minimum of 50 deer over the last 30 years, and it's not broke. So when you're considering buying a knife and you're looking at a budget knife like this one that's made out of the D2 steel, on Amazon, not on Amazon, on eBay, you might consider spending a little bit more money, because I think in the long run, if I would have spent another $90 on a knife like this, because I wanted one a little bit bigger than this one, it would be cheaper than buying a $50 knife that's going to break first time use, first time real use. And guys, that's why I can't call this a knife review. I didn't have this knife long enough to do even a partial review, and I can't recommend this knife based on it breaking doing a simple field cleaning a deer. And you could say, well, Dale, you shouldn't be, batoning through pelvic bone on deer. Well, maybe so, but this knife is over 30 years old, and I promise you I've been through a minimum of 50 deer with it, and it's not broken. It sharpens easy, it works great. And again, guys, the reason I'm making this video is because I've had a lot of people reaching out. Deer season's getting close here in Texas as well as Oklahoma, and it's already opened up throughout the United States, and that's part of the reason that I've hesitated doing a video on this knife to begin with, because I can't do a full review. Obviously, it's broken. But what I can say is, guys, if you're looking for a good knife, you might check out the Anza. It's not a budget knife. But when you add up how many years you're going to get to use this, let's just say it was $90, okay? Or yeah, we'll use the round figure of $90. And you divide that by 30 years of use, that's $3 a year, guys. That's pretty dang cheap for a knife when you break it down into what you're actually getting, the amount of years you're going to get out of it. And guys, I hope I can get this thing down to $1. I don't know if I'll live that long, Lord willing, maybe it'll happen, but who knows. Again, guys, we appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. Please feel free to comment below. Let me know what's one of the best budget knives you've ever bought. I know I've got Angie a Gerber on her little Go kit, and that thing's working out phenomenal. And it's, again, a $30 or $40 knife. But guys, please comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are. Give me some of your budget knives, because again, I can't recommend this one because it broke on me out in the field, but I know that you guys that are watching maybe could recommend another budget knife that may not be as expensive as Anza. But again, in the long run, how much is it really going to cost if it doesn't hold up, or it won't work for you, or if it breaks? So again, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. If you hate this video, be sure and hit the dislike button twice. That way we get full credit for it. Again, guys, may you have a blessed week, and let's get outside and make something happen.